Chapter 15, Documentary Film. Let's get into Danse, the Paris Opera Ballet. This one is directed by Frederick Wiseman, and the synopsis is the film follows the production of 7 ballets by the Paris Opera Ballet. So this is one that, and it comes really always with Frederick Wiseman's movies, he's it's hard to describe, very detached sort of filmmaker, and yet he's also a very good slice of life filmmaker because he'll, not to say he just puts a camera willy-nilly in places, but some of his movies are called National Gallery, Ex Libris about a library, City Hall, boxing gym. Like, it's very seemingly simple, almost educational sort of documentaries, but there's a lot more to them if you really sit with them. I've only seen a handful of them. There's not always easy access to them, but I saw this one on DVD a couple years ago and I watched it again just recently. I have never been a dancer. I don't think I ever could dance in terms of my klutziness and not very elegant physicality, but ballet is something I've gotten interested in over the last few years, and just dance in general, just the creation of art. And when it comes to something like ballet, there's such precision and commitment and intensity to putting on even the most simple of performances. And when I was looking through his movies, this is one that really struck my eye, and there aren't really many out there like it. It's quite a good movie, not for everyone. It's about a 3-hour film about ballet, so not for everybody, and that's how most of his movies are. It's a 3-hour movie about the National Gallery of Art and about a library and about a college, that sort of thing. And so it's not one that you can just pop on, lazy Sunday sort of movie. If you have a lot of time or if you get the chance to see it in theaters, that might be the best way, because you really do have to sit with them and think about them. They're not eye-catching or immediately engaging. You sort of have to put the effort in. But if you do, you can learn a lot about something, and you can see things through a whole new perspective about, you wouldn't think, hey, what do I need to know about a library or about a part of a college life? Like, you never know. And that's the same thing with this, because one of the most interesting parts of the movie is their discussions about funding, because you think, well, this is an art, this is dance, but at the same time, it's still a business. And with no money, no dance, no ballet, no art. So with how they're trying to think of ways to get more funding and finance and all that is pretty interesting, to me at least, maybe not to everybody, but I found that to be sort of new look, behind the scenes look at a business that I know nothing about and probably will never have the chance to be a part of. So worth watching for that, and also the rehearsal sequences where you see people trying out certain moves, getting ready for a performance, even just through stretching and their different practices and routines. All that is really, to me, was very, very interesting. Not 100% involving all the time. Like, I had to sometimes pause it or do something else for a little while. And that's why seeing it in theaters, if you can, might be the best way, because you are stuck there and you just got to sit with it. And so watching at home isn't always the best way to do it, but if you have to, do it. Of the ones I've seen probably 4 or 5 of Frederick Wiseman's movies. Probably this is the best one. But he is almost someone like Alex Gibney, the documentary filmmaker, where your interest or even star rating of a movie sort of depends on your interest in that subject, because they're all about the same quality. They're all well put together. They're all the same sort of style. And if you are interested more in a boxing gym, you probably will like boxing gym more than this one, and vice versa, if you are more interested in dance. So do check it out. Give it a shot. If you aren't immediately captivated, give it time. Let it sit with you. And if you have to watch it in multiple sittings, do that too. But there's a lot to learn. I encourage everyone to watch a lot of documentaries, because I didn't know so much about the world until I started watching documentaries. Not to say that should be your sole education, but it piqued my interest in so many different things. Even like in this, I saw this, I had a more interest in seeing ballet performances and learning about dance, even though I know I don't have that physicality myself to do it in person. But watch documentaries, watch all different sorts of things that you can, because you never know what will be of interest to you. And even if it's not a huge passion, learn about it, because nothing learned is ever wasted. As I like to say, that's something my mother told me, and it's very, very true. Learn all you can. No matter what the subject, always be the smartest person in the room. That's my advice. Yeah, that is a heavy 4 out of 5.